It's showtime. What's up, historians? Welcome back. Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter, your host here for Historically Haunted VODCAST, Season 6. Good Lord, Episode 5, flying right along here. Appreciate you guys for the years of support, years of fun and laughs. I don't feel like giving this up anytime soon. I'm a solo man here. No one's sponsored me. I get sponsors, but no one's really, I'm not on a network, and I'm not getting, no one's my boss. It's literally just me. I'm just doing this for fun. I don't get that much money, but I appreciate you guys. You want to send stars like Brandon does. Brandon sends me about $12 a week. Brandon Golding from Viper Paranormal, man. Just hit me some stars. I appreciate you. Goes into my funds here. So also real quick, this show is sponsored by the Maine Horror and Paranormal. I'm sorry, I had that right the first time. The Maine Paranormal and Horror Convention, which is going to be this weekend, September 6th and 7th. My birthday, September 6th, 46 years old. I'm going to be speaking at 5 p.m. on the paranormal panel. Annabelle's going to be there with Tony Spera, Nesper, all of them. The guy that was original Halloween, who I met, Tony Moran, when they pulled the mask off him in 1968. That guy's going to be there. Jason Voorhees is going to be there. CJ Graham. Leatherface, Brett Wagner, my guest from 2 weeks ago, said he'd kill me in one of his movies, which would be awesome. He played Leatherface with a chainsaw. He's going to be there. The chick from Scream who died in the bathroom, she's going to be there. Johnny Zaffis, Ed and Lorraine Warren's great nephew is going to be there. There are going to be tons of people. Of course, Heather's going to be there. Witch and Live Kite set up. Going to have a table with all my clients' stuff, historically haunted booking. Oh, boy. The Radical's going to be there. Danny and Lauren Perez, my clients, my good friends who came up and took my tour, historically haunted tours. They're going to be there in their 1990 Cadillac hearse, giving out free fucking, I can't think of the word, pictures, sitting in the coffin in the back of their hearse. They're going to sell Ouija boards made out of coffin wood and serial killer stuff. They got pictures of people that drew in their own blood and shit. Crazy shit. So check out. Jimmy's going to be there. Mr. Haunted, one of Annabelle's caretakers with Nesper. What's up, Jimmy? Appreciate you. Can't wait to see you on my birthday, a couple days. Speaking of which, before we get started, Tony Spera and Lorraine Warren's daughter, Judy, the husband, Tony Spera, the owner, the caretaker, the man of Annabelle, the legend. It's more than just Annabelle. It really is. It's way more than that. Conjuring, all that shit's Tony. Tony sent me this. He was a guest before, and he sent me this. Check it out, guys. Listen.
Hey there, folks. This is Tony Spera, director of the New England Society for Psychic Research, and also Annabelle's caretaker. And you're watching Historically Haunted VODCAST with your host, Adam, the historian ghost hunter.
Fucking hey, man. Tony Spera, appreciate you doing Ed and Lorraine Warren's cases. I'm not going to get into all that political shit, all the house getting sold, all that stuff doesn't matter. Tony's got my respect. He invited me to the Warren convention when they were at Mohegan Sun about 2 years ago, and I got to load up Annabelle. I got blessed by Wade Kirby. I was there with Jimmy, and I loaded up Annabelle with Brandon onto the stage in front of people, and that was no cost to me. That was great. So I'm in debt forever for Tony, and much love. Judy Warren, of course, Judy Spera. Sweet person. So my co-host today is a client of mine. She is an author. She is a goods maker. She's made me some goods. She's got her own book markets here. I've got her 2 books. I'm actually almost done. I keep saying that, and I am. I just haven't had time to read lately. Shame on me, because I got to get to my next Stephen King book. But I have read. I'm almost done Angie's book, her first one. I got them both autographed from her. She's out there right now raising a bunch of geese out doing her thing, but she's much more than a nature lover. She's an author, a goods maker, a good soul, a good person. You've seen her recently on Diego's podcast. Let's Find Out, and she's at Bonus Overdrive Wednesday. So she's my guest co-host tonight until Samai from Samai's Golden Pyramid shows up, my other client. Let's welcome Angie Barton, author Angie Barton, at Angie Barton's Readers page.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, Angie. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me on tonight.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. Everybody's tuning in. What's up, guys? You guys get any questions for me, Angie? Till Samai shows up, go ahead and hit us up. So you're a busy cat between bookstores, setting up your swag, you doing podcasts, being a guest co-host. You're keeping busy, no?
Oh my gosh, I am. And work and raising ducks. And I mean, it just never ends. I wish,
not geese, ducks. Yes,
yeah,
you're right.
ducks, yeah. I wish I didn't have to sleep. I could get so much more done than in the limited time, but I just keep moving.
You're loving life. You're not just sitting still, man. So many people just sit and watch people. What's up, Brandon? Just talking about you, Viper Paranormal, one of the fellow historically haunted peeps. What's going on? Life's about it, man. Like, I don't mind watching podcasts. I watch my horror movies, but I like to go out and explore, and you're always asking me about stuff. You haven't been to Salem yet. Haven't been to New England. You definitely write and love about your vampires, your witches. You love New England, right? You're definitely at its heart.
I do, and I have been to Salem. I have.
You did?
I went in October of 2022. I went by myself. I went for about 5 days, and I stayed up on Cape Ann in Massachusetts. And I actually went during a nor'easter. I went the week of Halloween, which was a crazy time to be in Salem. But I wanted to experience the whole Halloween part and the witch trial part. So I chose to go. I probably would
go
not
at least once.
Yeah.
At
I
least in
probably
October.
don't choose to go Halloween week again unless I went with people who really wanted to. But I would like to still go in October, and I'd like to go back. There was still, some things I didn't get to do.
You can't see all Salem in one weekend. You can't.
No.
In one day, 1 week. No. And living so close in Maine, I mean, I've been to Salem so many times. October, you got to at least experience it once, but the population probably triples. Salem's Halloween capital of America, let's face it.
Yeah. When I went really, really early in the morning so that I could make sure I found a place to park. I had no idea, not knowing where I was. So I went real early. I had breakfast down there, and I stayed the entire day. I think I left maybe about 6, 7 o'clock that night, maybe ish. Yeah, it took me forever to get out because they block the roads and you can only go one way. And when you don't live down there, all you can do is follow a GPS. But when they block the road, I'm just like, all right, I'm just going to follow all these people. Hopefully they know where they're going. And so that's the kind of traffic I'm used to here in Dallas, Fort Worth. But it was an amazing experience. And I do love New England. I was not homesick, not once being there. I drove all around Massachusetts and walked around and looked at lighthouses, and it was. But I'm an adventurer. I love traveling and I love nature. All the things here in Texas, it's all dead and flat. And so anything with, mountains and snow and ocean and just, storms and all of that, I enjoy all that.
You got that earthly soul, I should say. And real quick, I forgot to mention, I don't know if you're still doing this or not, but I got some goodies. Are you still running eThorough?
I am. And I have a bunch of new bath bomb scents starting this fall because I usually sell them really, really well in the fall. But I've added 6 new flavors. So, so I'm very excited about that. And just a few other things. I've been really busy trying to get ready for October, November, December. Have a little bit going on in September, but then the bottom falls out.
I see that. I see you're busy all year long. Like I said, I'm basically your booking agent, your promoter. You know that, and you definitely come alive between August to I'd say December. You're about ready for a break. You hit it hard. It's hard to keep up with you through October, November, but that's the go time, right? I mean, that's kind of what you're about. So without further ado, speaking of witches and enchantresses and gurus, I don't know if you've met SAMAIA, but she's also a fellow client of the group, family member. I've met her a couple of times at the Warren Convention. She's amazing. So you want to talk some witches? Let's talk about SAMAIA's Golden Pyramid. What's up, girl?
Hello. Good evening, everybody. How are you?
SAMAIA. I always fucking say it wrong. You think I get that right? I know her.
Potato, potato, tomato, tomato.
You know I say it with love.
Either way.
How you feeling?
Yes. I'm feeling good right now.
Good.
I'm feeling very good today.
Good.
Yes.
It's been a kind of I'm not going to get into it's personal, but it's been kind of a rough year for you, health wise. So for those that don't, whatever, but just say some thoughts and prayers. Keep some eyes stronger than you're a strong chick, man. I tell you, you've done so much, and I'm kind of bummed you're not coming to the convention this week, but I totally get it. So yeah,
I really wish I was able to make it. I overestimated what I'd be able to do with it being so far away.
Next time you crash with Heather and I or something, we'll figure something out. Not a big deal. Are you doing the Connecticut thing this Friday though, the Psychic Fair Fest?
Yes, I'm going there on Saturday. Yes.
I wasn't sure. Okay, Saturday. That's right. Yes, with Thomas. I wish Thomas checked in. So, okay, how rude of me. Have you met Angie yet?
I don't think so.
We have not.
Well, very nice to meet you, Angie.
Very nice to meet you too. Last couple of days, I've been listening to your podcast with Adam last year, just so I could kind of get to know you a little bit and what you do. So that's been, I've been doing that while I've been driving back and forth to work. So I kind of feel like I know you a little bit.
Aw,
Oh,
Angie's
great.
she means it too. Angie's not a bullshitter. She means it. She's very supportive of the group and certain people. And I tell you, man, not to get personal, but somebody helped me a little bit with some stuff I was going through with my mom, living out here alone away from Heather. And I got the eye up, protecting me, covering my door. I still got that gem buried in my backyard. Samaia's definitely a spiritual healer of sorts. So I'm very blessed to know you. And
Yes.
thank you for coming on. I appreciate you.
That's pretty awesome.
So
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh,
Thank you very
of course,
much.
your family. Angie's really interested. I don't want to jump all around, but you know me, I'm hyper. Angie's really interested in like witches and like folklore, and of course, you being from Connecticut, the birthplace of American witches, not so much Salem. And you kind of dabble in the art of not witchcraft, but what are your feelings on the modern witch, Samai?
What would you describe as the modern witch? What do you mean by the modern witch?
Angie, what do you think a modern witch would be?
I would think so. I would think that would be as how people view themselves as today. I think more of a spiritual healer, kind of like what you are. I don't think it's that image of you wear the black hat and the dress and you ride a broom and
I'll get you, my pretty.
I don't think it was ever any of that. Although I think that that's how it was thought to be, perhaps by those that were afraid, because there was no maybe no viable explanation for things that could be done. But I don't know. I think it's one. I think that SAMAIA said something in the podcast. I took some notes because she said a couple of things. I had to rewind and listen to them a couple of times because they really were kind of spot on. But I think it's about being in touch with yourself, about self-love, about being in touch with nature, being open-minded, listening to people, accepting people. You don't have to believe in what other people believe in. And, I know that people don't necessarily believe what I believe in. But I think that when you are grounded and you are in tune to everything, certain things just happen.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of happen. And maybe without, a tangible explanation, they just... whether something goes your way or you see or feel a sign that something is wrong or just something like that.
Okay.
What about you, Samai? What do you think to that?
Well, a witch, I mean, there's a lot of people that will say that they are a witch, and I guess that depends on everyone's perception of what a witch is. When I got started, I did it more formally and joined the Wiccan religion. I adhered to principles by the book. I was a solitary practitioner because I did not want to deal with people's egos and all kinds of human foolishness. And I notice a lot of times when you join certain groups, you sometimes tend to get away from the focus, and then people's egos come into play. And then that usually tends to ruin sometimes a lot of groups. So that's why I stayed solitary for a long time. And it was just about being one with nature. Just looking at the universe in its fullness. Looking at being a part of nature, being a part of Earth, uniting together with the earth. So I really looked at it as something much bigger than being in the church, because I was raised Roman Catholic. So just really about a solitary path and finding my way. Modern witches, I don't know. I don't know if women still dance around naked on certain of the
One can hope.
Sabbaths. Honestly, if there was a place around here, I probably would join in and do that. There is that kind of freedom.
Well, we can always start one, lady.
Under,
I mean, I'm sure I have this down. We can always figure something out. Keep
full moon naked under the moonlight and just
stigma.
Yes, being a part of nature and celebrating without it being something necessarily sexual. Just
taboo,
being open and under the moon with fire and earth and water and wind and just uniting together with everything. I know you didn't want to pry too much about what happened, but I'm being guided to say a little something about that.
Please
So
do.
back in April, over Good Friday weekend, I did die. So I did die Good Friday evening, and then I woke up on Easter morning. So I'm still in the process of recovering from that physically, spiritually, emotionally. But it's more like a rebirth than a death. It's like certain parts of myself died and needed to be left behind to open up to a higher level of consciousness. And
Wow.
specifically, when I woke up on Easter morning, I was told that the Magdalene would come to me. Mary Magdalene, not the prostitute
just
Mary
look
that
at
they
Mary.
fucking tell you, but Mary Magdalene, the partner of Jesus. The highest version. She represents divine femininity, and divine femininity needs to be brought back and anchored into earth right now because everything is fucked up.
Valid. There's not a lot of love. There's not a lot of protection. Ever since COVID, I don't know what, because people are strangers now, and they're just not a lot of good people, which sucks. Yeah, I remember you messaged me from the hospital. I'll try to cut you off. I remember you messaged me from the hospital. Of course, I'm your client. You've been my client for almost 2 years now, 3 years now, and you told me what was happening. I couldn't fucking believe it. Because didn't you just get into, or didn't you just pass some course to be like a certain big title, right?
Oh, for the Akashic Records readings. That was last year.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And then all that went down. I go, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yes. But I think it should be not looked at as something bad. This is a major upgrade.
Wow, 2.0.
Like a
SAMAIA
major
2.0.
fucking upgrade. That's on the way. That is definitely
So
on the
you
way.
are a vampire. So. I knew it. You're a real life vampire. Look at that, Angie. They're not just in books that you write about. That's a real fucking vampire walking. That's SAMAIA's one of the coolest people I've ever met. Walking by you at the Warren Con with your candles and your trinkets. I still get some of your black salt. I put it around my door frames. You don't just hit. You live it.
Yes. Definitely. I definitely do live this way every day, all day. Not on certain times of the year, not only during Sabbats. This is a way of life. Magic is a way of life for me.
Wild.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I have a question regarding that.
I know it's yes.
No,
please.
I want to ask you, do you think that everybody has a little bit of magic inside of them?
Ooh, good one.
I think everybody could.
Mm-hmm.
It's whether they're able to bring it out, whether they're able to connect to that, connect to their higher selves, connect to that higher level that spiritual energy brings in. So I definitely feel it's present in everybody.
Okay. That's what
and
I was
everybody
wondering.
is capable of accessing, but not always able to access it.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder, so what do you think their fear is for not accessing it? Or do you think it's lack of knowledge or?
It's both. There's some people that only believe in things that they can see and touch with their physical eyes. But I always say the spiritual world is stronger than we can see with our two eyes. It's much stronger. It's much greater. And it would be great if more people would connect to their spiritual nature instead of always looking to belong to something outside of themselves. So connecting with your own spirit and really using your third eye to see what the two eyes cannot see. This one sees way the fuck more.
Right.
It sees way more. So
I feel like it sees the things that these two don't want to believe. You see weird
That's
shit.
exactly what I was going to say. Yep. I think, yeah, they don't want to see it, or people don't want to see. I think they know, perhaps, maybe not all of them, maybe not everybody's aware, but even if they don't acknowledge it, I think a lot of people are aware. Maybe they don't know how to change it, how to deal with it, what to do with it. And since nobody else can see it, they'll just keep it inside.
Dude, this is like Angie's first time co-hosting. You should need your own show. You're awesome. Good question. I'm sitting back like, fucking go ahead, ladies. I'm just gonna smoke my joint. You guys can just keep going. Because I feel like, I mean, I've known Samaya a while now. I mean, we've actually literally just gone one-on-one, almost like a therapist and shit. So she is the real deal who's been through some shit, and she just has the power to keep going. And I believe in her magic. I do. But for those that don't really know her as well as I do, and of course Angie, whatever, like Samaya, who do you look up to in this field or just in life? Is there anyone did you follow Lorraine Warren at all or anything like that?
Yes, I was very fortunate to have been able to go to the museum back in 2013.
Oh, wow.
It was called Warrenology. Yes, it was called Warrenology. So I did have a chance to meet her, and that was the first time I had met Tony as well. There was a group of like 15 or 20 of us, and we got to go to the house. We sat in the living room. They showed us on VHS an exorcism that they had done. VHS. It was fucking fantastic.
Look it up, kids. Google it.
And then,
we know what that is, but
they, people had a chance to ask questions to both Tony and Lorraine, and then we went downstairs into the museum. It was a wonderful night. It was one-on-one. It was a small group of people. It was incredible. We got to go downstairs to the museum. I think we were there about an hour. After that, we went to I forgot the name of the graveyard where Ed is buried. So we went to go and see his grave. And then we went to Roberto's. Yeah, we went to
Roberto's Italian restaurant. That's where we met Annabelle and them. No shit. Right after my mom died in 2019. No shit.
Yes.
Wow. What a small world.
And then I bought a book. I bought the book and asked Lorraine to sign it and got a picture with her, and it was incredible. It was incredible. Amazing. And I've been dying to get back to the museum ever since. And then the following year, they had to close it due to zoning issues. So
zoning infractions, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And now all this, I don't want to get into it. This fucking other shit. I could care less. All this. Anyway, you need to buy author. Speaking of books, you need to read if you like vampires. Angie wrote these books. They're pretty wild. I know you're on your third one, but I know you into vampires, Samai. You must like that shit too. Connecticut,
of course.
Vampire lore up the wazoo.
Of course, I love vampires, and even in the magical world, vampires are a major being. They're a major entity in the magical world. So, yes, some of them good, some of them very shitty.
Fair.
Like to rip their little fucking fangs out, but they're quite powerful entities. Quite powerful.
The one from Ipswich, Massachusetts. What's the one?
I'll tell you this. I went.
Oh, go ahead. What? There's a little bit of a delay. I'm sorry. I was saying there's a vampire. There's the one from Rhode Island, Mercy Brown, but I thought there was one from Connecticut. I thought, but
I'm not sure.
A vampire, but go ahead. What were you saying?
There probably is. I did go to a few years when I was in that Black Magic Coven, and this wasn't like a cutesy vampire. These were like people that really do live that lifestyle. And they had a room in the back. Only certain people could go in, and they did take blood from people. So they did have some donors back there who did give blood.
I heard there's a Sebastian guy. He's like a leader or something in New Orleans named Sebastian. And he had to do like a vampire ball where people were all drinking each other's bloods and shit like it was cocktail.
Yes, he does those. He does those vampire balls all over the country, and some. I think there's one in Germany, one in France, and I think there may be another place where they do them. But yes.
Look at Angie. She'd totally go. She's like, vampire ball.
Well, but not by myself.
Well, no.
I would not go by myself.
No. This is a smart move. Yeah, you need your familiar or someone with you.
There's something like that. Yeah.
You definitely need to have. You need to have power and magic and other people around you. So.
Yeah.
You're both strong independent females. I feel like I haven't met Angie yet, but we've talked a lot. Of course, SAMAIA met you. You always stand pretty firm and alone. And by the way, this moonshine's from the Radicals, Danny and Lauren, who think the world of you. Lauren loves you, SAMAIA. She buys all your shit. Oh yeah, it's their moonshine they made.
And I love them in return. Yes.
I broke into some of the group. They were kind of bummed. She's like, I want to see SAMAIA. I know. I want to see The Conjuring Friday night. I won't be there, but whatever.
I know.
But so what do you got? I know Angie's booked solid till Christmas. What do you got booked till Christmas? You got anything besides the Connecticut Fest?
I'm having to take things one step at a time. So normally, I'd be booking well in advance. I've got to take everything a little bit slower than usual. So yes. There are a couple of events coming up.
What's that? Sorry, there's a fucking delay. I hate that. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm really not.
Oh, it's okay. It's no problem. Because sometimes you guys are freezing on the screen for me as well.
It's happening to me too.
Maine, man, it's the squirrels that run the generators up here. I tell you, they don't give them enough peanuts. Oh, that's a good question. I know SAMAIA actually. I think I probably asked you before, but have you actually been to Maine? Angie hasn't. Right?
No, I haven't been to Maine. Not yet.
We get some virgins, Heather. They never had their Stephen King box. Never been to Stephen Kingville. We got to throw your book over the fence and have them come out and read it, or call the cops. One of the way.
I know. I wish I would have thought about it. I would have sent you an extra book. It just did not even.
I'm gonna have my face all over Bangor. Don't let this guy buy King's house. It's gonna fucking happen. They're gonna ban me. SAMAIA, you want to play a host and ask Angie a question? You got anything for her?
Well, let's see. What drew you to vampires?
Good one.
Okay, so that I would say that's a supernatural creature I've always liked, right? But I started writing about 2017 seriously. Tried to write before then, but having kids and going back to school and all that, there was never time. And I had joined a writer's group. I was in the process of writing a thriller. That was when Girl on a Train had come out. Everything was all about a thriller. And went to writer's group one night. I was about 25,000 words into my manuscript, and I didn't know where to go from there. That was the very first manuscript I'd written. And about half of the people in writer's group all brought a new story, and they all were very different, and they were all about vampires. And all of a sudden I had a really bad case of FOMO. And I'm like, well, I love vampires. I love Lestat. I'm a Twilight fan. Sorry. Love Anne Rice. I know. I love Dracula. I'm
like, don't apologize.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, you guys like diamond vampires? I like the werewolf, but it's cool. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So anyways, I was like, well, I can write a vampire book. I didn't know where I was going with my other one. And that's honestly how I started. But I wouldn't say that I've always liked them. That's just always been just a character or creature or whatever you want to identify it as someone I've liked. I think I like the fact that they're very mystical. They can be whatever you want them to be. There's nothing set in stone. When I write my vampires, I have, like what you said before, you have some that are great and then you have some that are really crappy. They're very different. They both struggle with their humanity, but in different ways in my writing. But just something I've always liked. I kind of lose myself when I'm writing about vampires.
Did you Stackhouse series?
I have not.
It's based off of True Blood, that TV show.
I have not.
Ooh.
I have not. I know that I tried to
Look at her
watch.
face, like, ooh.
Yeah, I tried to watch a little bit of True Blood, but I didn't come in I should have watched the very start at the very beginning. And I tried to hop in and watch a few episodes with my son. And I'm like, okay, this is terrible. How can people like it? And he was like, Mom, this is just not like, you got to watch before to understand. And then I just never went back and watched, but I'm not big. I don't sit still very well. So I'm not really good in front of the TV. Now I can sit and read a book or listen to Audible, but yeah, I probably need to.
You should definitely check those out. It's a really amazing series, the Sookie Stackhouse series. It's incredible.
Yeah, I think all my writer friends have read it all. I think I'm probably the only one that just has not. Yeah.
Let me guess, the guys are super hot, right? You could put a steak off their chest, I bet.
Okay.
It's got everything.
You want to see women dancing naked outside, Adam.
You're right. If fair is fair, right. The dude's cut. I get you.
That's right. Okay.
Well, what's beautiful about that series is it's more than just about the vampires. Mm-hmm. It's about the vampires, the werewolves, the witches, just everything that is kind of otherworldly. So I do like that they kind of pay homage to that. And a lot of times vampire stories will have the werewolf angle and have them because they're enemies.
Right.
Supposed to be enemies to each other. So
any other realm or whatever. You know what's funny though? They both have a little bit of truth to them. Supposedly, like you say, there's real life vampires, supposedly real life werewolves. They say real life vampires though, all their teeth are jagged. I guess not just 2 or 4, that they're all pointy. That's what I've heard too. There's different whatever, but
if you watch
the whole fucking show, I don't have to do anything.
If you watch Supernatural, their vampires have a bunch of teeth, and it's not just 2 fangs. It's like a bunch of jagged teeth. So it's interesting about vampires how everybody has a different twist and a different take. Mm-hmm. The Twilight series is the only one I've ever seen with sparkly vampires.
I do. Edward's good though. He's mysterious. He's sexual. He kind of takes you to that other level.
I love
with
all
Bella.
of them.
I get it.
I love all of them. I love all kinds of all the vampire stories are fantastic.
I dig that. I'm the same thing with zombies. Some run, some walk, some are brain dead, some are smart. Fucking
yes.
Well, give me some movies then, Angie and Samaya, in whatever order. Whoever wants to go first, whatever. But give me some movies that you want. It must be Stephen King. Okay, hold on, fuck that. Let me start fresh. Angie, what's your Stephen King book and movie?
Misery.
Book or movie?
Well, definitely movie.
Okay.
Well, okay, so I don't know.
Didn't she win a title for that, for Best Actress?
Kathy Bates, maybe, perhaps. I don't know, because I also like The Shining. The Shining scares the hell out of me.
Heather's going to start reading that soon, The Shining.
Pet Cemetery scares me. I know that's your favorite, but I don't know. I love Misery.
Annie Wilkes, man. Okay, that's good. What say you, Samaya?
The Langoliers. The Langoliers is still... I absolutely love the Langoliers.
The whole concept of it is wild, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Walking through, no one's around. Is fucking what?
Yes.
Good.
And the Langoliers come and they eat up the past.
The movie's pretty stupid, but I think it's great. It's 80s, man.
But I loved it though. I still
King's ahead of the table with his glasses. Such a geek.
Yes. But I do like that he would feature himself in all of his movies. I thought that was pretty cool.
I like the Easter egg, the cameo trying to spot him. Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to get a little bit serious since you both got events coming up. Let's start Coho first. What's your next big event that you guys, as far as a book signing or book anything, like a convention?
I have 2 events in September back to back, one Saturday, one Sunday. There are events I've been doing over like the last couple of months, but they're at a different location. So they're just kind of my normal. And then come October, I'm busy every weekend. I travel twice in October, and I have several events that are either the whole weekend or I have one thing on Saturday and one thing on Sunday. So that's a really big time for me. There's a lot. I found some really very good supportive communities, and they host a lot of great events. So I will be busy.
That's all in the South area, Texas area, and all
Yes,
that area?
yeah. No, that's a lie. I will be in Baltimore
Ooh,
over
traveling.
Halloween. My
Okay.
sister lives in Frederick, Maryland, and I'm going to be there and do a fun run, a 5K. I used to do
Wow.
5Ks before I had surgery on my foot. I'm hoping to get back into 5Ks starting in January. But I will be in Baltimore and be doing an event for my book and doing a 5K and hopefully getting into the bookstore down in her little town called Frederick. So
Frederick, Maryland, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I will, the 1st of October, I go down to Conroe to Get Fictional. I think that you guys met each other on Instagram, maybe.
Yep.
Yep.
We follow the show and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I have an event down there and then a book signing at her store. And then everything else is here around home.
And that's all you can see that on Historically Haunted Booking LLC page or Angie Barton readers page on Facebook, right? Do you have a .com or anything you want to share?
Yeah, my website is authorangiebarton.com. Yep. And all my events are all there. Everything is posted that I have been accepted into. There's still some events in November and December that applications aren't open yet. A few of them I do are very last minute. They don't plan it, it's not something that's planned out well in advance, but
right.
So
nope, I'll stay posted. Info will be linked obviously as we go. So, and of course, geez, you got a busy weekend coming up, my dear, right on my birthday airtime. You're not going to be with us. We'll be right in Connecticut, right, for the Psychic Fair Fest. Right
Yes.
Not Concord. Where is it? Elliott?
Derby.
Derby. And it was a one name thing. Yes, Derby, Connecticut, with Thomas and Charles.
Derby.
Yeah. You have your table, all your goods all there for purchase, your readings and stuff?
When I do psychic fairs, I only have a small amount of product with me because the focus is really about doing the readings. Like, for example, had I been able to come this weekend, I would have had a full booth with all of my products. And I probably would have set up a little table to offer readings as well. So.
And you guys just to be set up right next to me. I go, oh, Heather, we're gonna have her buddy. But no, I get it. I'm not trying to down you. I know, girl. No, shit happens. But please, if there's anything Heather and I can do next time, whether it's meet you halfway, you want to stay with us, seriously, you guys are family. You come up to me and you need a place to crash. I live by Bangor. She lives by Old Orchard Beach. We can figure something out. We know people. What's up, Lilac? Thanks for checking in, girl. Awesome Souls is right. You're one of them. Appreciate you. Jim, you coming down? Tombstone Paranormal, living in Bridgeton, Maine, where Stephen King lives by Lovell, is out of the house. Appreciate you, Jim, former client of mine with Tombstone Paranormal. I know he's not been doing much lately, but appreciate you. When I was in my car accident, donated me money to get a new car. I appreciate that. So we are talking to SAMAIA from SAMAIA's Golden Pyramid, Angie Barton, Angie's Barton's readers page. A couple of strong females, a couple of strong souls in this. I say field, but that's so fucking cliche. But I mean, what we do is different. I mean, dealing with vampires and witches and ghosts and fucking psychics, that's all. We're a different side of things. Something we boast about in public. I tell people what I do. They go, oh, you do? Like, oh, historically haunted. Then the other ones, they go, so there's that half, you dig? And I think we're part of that. I mean, you guys get your fun side. Yes. What does Samai do for fun? I know Angie's feeding her ducks and shit all over Instagram and TikTok. But what does Samai do to let her hair down, so to speak?
Fun.
Yeah, that's a thing, by the way.
I like to go to magical spaces. I like
Sorry.
to look at paranormal stuff. I like to go to paranormal things. I like to do magical things. I love traveling. Spending time with friends. Going to the movies. Going out, have a few drinks. Just going to see some cool shit. Going to do some cool shit. Or sitting around with life. Literally. In fact, one of my favorite things to do is just have a few drinks with people that are like-minded, and you talk and share ideas and share concepts and talk about things that your average person would not talk about or has no idea about. So, you can't talk to You can't talk to everybody about these things.
No.
You have to find your people. You have to find the people that are like-minded and who will understand and be interested in having that conversation.
For the most part, you can read people. If I were to see both of you, I would think, oh, these are some beautiful ladies. They're probably just into whatever, Betty Crocker or whatever. No offense, but then to know that you write about vampires and you're like a priestess and you're an enchantress, I'm like, what the fuck? I mean with no disrespect, because you don't have to wear Halloween shirts and shit to show the fuck off. But people think of people like us as like just creatures of the night, but we're very normal people that just have a fun hobby, right? I mean,
what surprises a lot of people is what I do for a living. And then what I do on my time, because I do like the supernatural and writing about vampires and, mystical things and creating the things that I do. And it's quite opposite of what I do 8 to 5. So
yes.
Yeah.
Samaia's got a pretty deranged sense of humor. Her and I have had some fucking laughs. She's got a pretty solid ground on shit in life being fucked up. But at the same time, we don't have to have 55 nose rings or fucking tattoos on our forehead to think that we're badass or kind of scary. But at the same time, we're into some dark shit. Am I wrong? I mean, this Angie Barton's making cauldron candles and shit. A witch's cauldron for me. I bought my boxes, bookmarkers in there with vampires on it and shit. But that's just who we are. But it doesn't mean we're bad people. It's just, I dig it. That's what we're about. And that's a living. You guys live that. We live that. I live that, man. Halloween's is not just a bullshit thing. So, sorry, I get buzzed and I start talking nonsense, but that's because I love you guys.
Halloween is really a time for everybody else to kind of embrace their dark side, whereas we do that on a regular basis.
Oh, there you go.
So Halloween is really just the time where, coffins and skulls and those kinds of things are readily available. But this is how we live every fucking day. This is life.
When the Christmas trees start going up, we're still putting skulls up.
Well, some people put up skull trees.
Well, I like both. Yeah, I do.
People put up skull trees.
I also think Halloween is a time when it's acceptable to have those kind of things. It's okay for everybody to do it, and you're not labeled, you're not judged, you're not, even if you have a part of that inside of you that would like to come out all the time, but you're afraid because you're not around your right people. It's okay to be that way at Halloween. So
well said. Yeah. You tell somebody you're in the graveyard in October, they go, ooh, spooky. You're in there in April, they go, why did someone die? No, I'm taking pictures. That's weird, But I'm like, graveyards are peaceful. People go there to picnic in the 1800s because it was quiet and free. Mm-hmm. It's still free, so fuck off. I love it. I love graveyards. It's beautiful.
Go there for graveyard meditations.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, my sister is a runner, and she says when she runs, the most peaceful place is through the cemetery there in her town.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's very quiet.
She said it's not creepy, it's not scary, it's not spooky, it's very peaceful. Yep. So,
yeah, the kids aren't there hanging out.
When my mentor was helping me to work with necromancy, he told me to go to the graveyard and do my graveyard meditations there.
Wow.
Working with certain spirits that are of the graveyard, working with underworld spirits to physically go to the graveyard. And you can't just go to any. You really have to find one that, one, will accept you, and number two, will be okay with you being there. And of course, you bring them offerings, you leave them coins, or you leave them a little bit of rum or something. You always have to
get it. You get it. New England's covered with coins and fucking whiskey bottles and jewelry on gravestones all over New England. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you're right. People ask that.
Yeah, you got to do that. And I remember the first time I went to the graveyard to do graveyard meditations, and they closed the ones near me at nighttime, so I had to go in the day. And I was there for about a half hour sitting on the ground in front of a particular grave. I do a lot of my magical workings in front of a particular grave. Ooh. And I was doing the chant, I was doing the mantra, sitting down with my eyes closed, really getting into the vibration of connecting
Oh, what a scene.
And I was giggling. I felt like I was drunk.
Oh,
My
man.
mentor's wife also taught me she taught me how to feed off of death essence. So like going to a graveyard or going up to a mausoleum and placing your hands on there, and there's things you need to do, but pulling in energy from death essence. That was pretty fucking wild.
Are you getting this, Angie? Are you hearing what I'm hearing?
I'm hearing. I am all ears. Yeah.
I think you might be in Angie's next book. Wow. If you notice, not to bring it up either, but Samaia's been shit. When we talk, she feels the energy. If you notice, she's been moving this whole 47 minutes. And I'm not knocking you, Samaia. I just wanted to bring it to her attention. That's what the spirits talk to her and push her, and she will literally do that for 40 minutes, an hour straight. This is the real deal.
Oh yeah, the
spinning.
Yeah.
She's not playing.
Yeah,
she's the real
the
fucking
vibration.
cat. You got any questions?
I'll actually tell you about the
Go
first.
ahead.
Hold on, I want to tell her something. The first time that happened, where I started spinning this way, I was at Kripalu. It's in Massachusetts. It's like a big yoga and Ayurvedic institute, and I would go there sometimes to, you go there for a retreat. And my mentor was cleaning me up. This is shortly after he became my mentor. So this was like back in 2013. And he was doing some distance healing and cleaning up. So he said, just sit on the bed and tune in at this particular time, because he was in the UK. So we had set this date. And I was sitting down on the bed in Indian style with my eyes closed to receive the energy. I don't know what the fuck this motherfucker sent me, but he sent, and my body started rotating. I was flopping on the bed like a little exorcist bitch.
I was just gonna say exorcist.
I'm telling you, he was cleaning up my vibration. He was getting out things that did not belong. And
From
ever
since
since that time, distance healing. Yeah, distance healing. Time doesn't factor in when you're doing distance healings, because he could literally set the time and send me a half hour's worth of healing and then go on with his day. And then at that time, I would pick up that orb of it's magical.
It's like a wavelength.
It's not
like
little play
like
stuff. This is more.
Angie, you got a question for this broad? Because I'm fucking lost.
I just took notes on distance healing while she was talking.
Angie's a smart shit.
Yeah. I took notes. I will be researching that and
well, Reiki masters do distance healings as well.
Yeah. I want to make a comment about the podcast you were on with Adam last year in 2024. I want to just point out just one thing that you said that just went wow to me. And I replayed that like 3 times because I wanted to make sure that I heard it, because I don't know, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it. But you were talking about parallel universe. And you were talking about parallel universe, and you brought about deja vu, that sometimes our universes cross, our time crosses, and that perhaps it's deja vu. And I was just like, whoa, like truly, I'm driving to work. I hit stop, rewound it, hit it again, because I experienced a lot. I had to make sure that I heard it correctly, because I experienced deja vu a lot. Not so much lately. And I know it's because my mind is cluttered because I'm getting ready to do events and stuff. But I mean, I will hear a conversation from someone I don't even know, and I know exactly what they're going to say next because I have heard this conversation before. I will be at an intersection and there will be cars at the light, and I will have already been at that intersection. I had already seen cars. And, I never knew an explanation for it. But I have things like that all the time. And it can just be random, from people I know to people I don't know. situations I've never been in, but I'm just like, I've been here before. I've already heard this. So, but it makes me wonder, yeah, because so is that a past life? Is that a
No,
future?
it's present. It's present. There are parallel universes. They did prove this through quantum, what's the word I'm looking for? What is that field? Quantum physics. They did prove that.
Yeah.
Parallel universes. Like, for example, there is a parallel, one of the parallel universes running right now. I did not die. My life continued on exactly the way that it was. And I would be joining you guys this weekend. So there is a version of me that will be there at this event this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Because in one of the parallel universes, I didn't die.
So you were destined to be healthy and destined to show up. So that way, so everything I've missed out on because of my car accident, or maybe whatever, maybe I didn't because I was sick, or something, actually happened or is happening, right?
There's another version of you that did not have that car accident.
Oh, you should have told me at the beginning of the show. I'm too stoned now. Oh my God. Anyway, so Angie rewound that a bunch of times. You caught her off guard. That's a groundbreaking moment to me. That's really cool that you caught Angie's attention and had her dialed in. And I appreciate you watching in the past episode. That's awesome. But I'm glad it helped you.
I do too.
I
appreciate
your
that.
answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you feel like so much Samai said it helped you? I mean, does it make sense?
Yeah, because it never scares me. I'm not ever worried about it or afraid, but I've always wondered, how did I already know? Like if there was one time, and it was a long time ago, but if those people behind me would have stopped talking, I could have finished their conversation. I already knew what they were going to say, and I didn't even know who they were. And so I've just always questioned, how did I see this, or how did I already hear this?
That could be a slight psychic ability of some sort.
I was just about to say that could also be, you could also be picking up on other people's thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So aim towards the lottery next time.
Oh my gosh, yeah, especially the one right now, right? It's like over $1 billion or something.
Yes.
Yeah. But
and don't forget your agent, Adam Began. He needs a new car.
I will not forget him. No. I do. I have strong intuition. I have strong gut feelings. And if I've ever gone against them, I've been sorry for it. So I've learned to not go against it. But
you acknowledge it. You don't just pass it off going, meh, coincidence. You kind of, I think it's a big thing too when it comes to personal magic and just knowing shit. A lot of people just go, it's a coincidence. They don't really accept it. I think that's the difference.
See, I don't believe in coincidences. I don't think that things I just don't think that's right. I think there is a rhyme or a reason for things that happen, people that you meet. They say it's a lesson or a blessing. I think you cross people's paths the way you're supposed to. That is my belief. And, I just don't think, and I think I'm a very open-minded person as well. I wasn't raised to be, that I had to believe one certain thing, or I had to live one certain way, or play with some certain children, or I was not ever. My parents were not like that. So I'm just very open-minded about a lot of things.
Protective of strangers. You're not going to give out your information, your fucking address anytime soon. But
good Lord, no. I am smart. I do have common sense. It's not that common anymore. But
want to come over for a barbecue?
No, I am very cautious and very careful, and I don't talk to strangers.
Well, hey, we still got a little bit of time. I got a question for both of you now. This is actually something that drives Heather crazy, but I always feed off this. What do you guys stand on fucking timing? I'll go down the road and I go to take a left in the middle of nowhere, Maine, and there's 4 cars coming. No one in back of them, no one in front of them. If I was a minute earlier, I would have made it. A minute later, no problem. Where I'm at, I got to stop and fucking wait for 30 seconds. And that happens a lot. People will walk in front of my driveway as I'm turning in. Just bullshit things. No one's behind the timing. Where do you guys stand on timing? The thing's meant to be like legit to the fucking T. Someone in front of my mailbox and I'm going to check my mail at 2 p.m? Or am I just crazy?
I was waiting to see if Samaiya was going to answer. I don't know. I've always wondered, if that means that you're not supposed to be there at that moment for whatever reason, perhaps you're late to work. Well, you were meant to be late because maybe there had been an accident, or
You're
they say
not
that
dead.
with, 9/11, that some of the people that should have been at work that day, their child got sick, or they had to run an errand, or they got a flat tire, or whatever, that they weren't meant to go that day. So
People that couldn't make a flight and the plane crashed or the train
right,
derailed or
right,
something.
that
Like,
kind of
you
thing.
hear it
Now,
sometime.
yeah. So I don't know what truth there is to that, but that's a thought.
What about you, girl? What do you stand on time in, Miss ELDRRATH?
Sorry, I was.
No, don't be sorry, girl. No. I just want to make sure you knew it. If you're comfortable, I feel, I don't like Angie said, is timing good, bad? Is it kind of decisive? Is it meant to be? Are you held up on purpose?
Sometimes I think we are held up on purpose. Sometimes I feel like we are being diverted from something.
Okay, so
But I want to answer something. It's in answering it in a different way than what you're asking, but I have to say this.
Please do. I'll never stop you.
So with the within our dimension, time functions in a particular way. In other dimensions, time functions very differently in the sense of, and I will just call it the upper realms. Time, things happen instantly in some other realms if you're talking about timing. So timing of when you declare something and the time it takes for it to manifest, it can have a little bit of a lag. In other places, in like one of the upper realms that I got a glimpse of that I don't think I was supposed to see, time happens immediately. So once those that live in the upper realms declare something, it happens instantly in that plane of existence. Here, there's always some kind of a time lag between what we have determined to be what we're trying to manifest. I know this is sounding really weird, but this is what I'm being told to say. I don't know why. The whole thing about time. So time functioning differently in the upper realms versus here on this plane. It's very, very different. So when you're talking about time or you're thinking about time, are you talking about how things come together? Just the timing of, okay, I pulled up to the stop sign and other people have pulled up at the same time? Or what do you mean by timing in order to answer it a little bit better?
My brain's going through an orgasm right now. I can't even concentrate. My brain's legit having an orgasm.
I bet it is.
I need a cigarette, or that's your. I couldn't expect a better answer from you. I'm not gonna lie. You leave me with 45 more questions and an answer, which is awesome. Bravo, Angie. You need to be a podcast host, and you need to be your first guest. If you two collaborated, the world would be on fire. Between both, you both do. Oh my god! And then you throw Heather in the mix. Fuck. Hold on, guys. Three's a party.
So I want to make SAMAIA. So what you're saying is basically time is relevant to what you make it be. I mean, it's not something set that it's always the wrong time or the right time. It's just the way that you interpret it. So Adam is interpreting. No, that's not what you were saying.
No, I'm trying to understand what exactly he means by timing when he used the example of intersecting with somebody at a particular moment.
Right.
Oh, like pulling in my driveway, my yard.
Yeah, like when you talked about pulling into your driveway at that moment, or going to check your mailbox, and then there was something like intersecting.
Right.
Because when you start talking about time, that shit can get damn complicated. It can get very.
You sound like Heather. I'm getting bitched at.
Because there's many layers
No, you're right. You're right.
There's many layers time with things.
I think that's my ADHD brain thinking.
You know what
way
I
too
mean?
much. Yeah, oh no, I get you. It gets tiring thinking about shit so much. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I do all this other side stuff to keep my brain occupied. So yeah, we got a little bit more time. I'm just gonna let you know I am gonna have you guys' stuff on my table. I get Angie shit. I don't have a super lot of SAMAIA stuff. I'm gonna represent both you guys at the table in Augusta. You know that I get to speak at 5 p.m. I'm gonna talk about the booking agency. Hopefully, it gets you guys some views and likes. As you know, you'll both be there in spirit. Any of you got a question for me before we go?
I don't think so.
You've always asked me tons of questions.
I do always ask you tons of questions.
I think you guys are pretty good, right?
Text. Yeah.
So real quick before we go, thank you guys for watching, everybody. Historical VODCAST. Angie, we'll start with you real quick. Where can people find you? Please plug yourself.
Okay. My website is www.authorangiebarton.com. You can find my books. There's a link to buy my books there. You can also see the list of events that I'll be at, awards, and everything is on there. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. I do pretty good on Facebook. I don't always keep up with Instagram, but you can find me on there as well.
Angie Barton Readers page. Check it out. Historical Haunted Book at LLC. I try to share as much as I can between all my clients. You guys are some fucking busy people. SAMAIA, what about you?
You can find me on Facebook under SAMAIA ELDRRATH, SAMAIA, and then ELDRRAATH. That's probably the easiest way to find me.
Of course, health's a big thing. 2026 coming. We're going to get everything going. Jean, another client of mine, another female in the system, Eastern Ghost Cat Research. What's up? Hopefully I'll see you at the show. Jean lives in Maine, right by where they shot Thinner, Stephen King's movie. She brought me to some of the movie filming sites. She's told me some stuff, the bridge scene and shit. Appreciate that, Jean. The old jail that inspired Shawshank Redemption. It's torn down now, but I went there. I leave anything out, ladies? Anything you guys want to chat about? We still got 5-10 minutes if you want to shoot the shit. If you want to go, that's fine too. But do I leave anything out?
I don't think so. Let me just say a little bit more about the stuff that I actually do. I have a store where I have created a full line of magical and spiritual products called SAMAIA's Golden Pyramid. I also do psychic, intuitive, and Akashic records readings. Ooh, my black salt. I do healings. So I do Reiki, white time healing. I use tuning forks for sound healing. I do yoni steaming and doing specific womb healing. And I am an ordained minister. So if you want to get married, I can do funerals. I can do house blessings, house clearings, all kinds of good stuff. So
the real deal.
Yes.
It's not just, like I said, plus you're a goods maker. I mean, all the candles, all the stuff you've had at your table throughout the years. I mean, you literally don't stop.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and I do spell castings as well. I do spell castings for
which you know I love you. You know I'm joking. You're the real deal. I've talked to you. You know some dark shit about my life. I've had some therapy sessions with you, so to speak. You helped me from suicide. I'm not gonna lie. I pretty depressed there about 7 months ago. So, and you helped me talking when I was all alone out here living alone and shit. I'm not gonna get into it, but I was not suicidal, but just really fucking down. And you helped me put the eye up and just getting rid of the spirit of the girl who lived here, whose husband cheated on her and beat her. The guy across the street who killed the kid, all that shit. A lot of shit went down in this little Maine town. Stephen King's not crazy. Maine's fucked up. Don't come here. So appreciate you both. And Angie, you sent me so many goods. You bought me a Pennywise thing. I'm still putting it together. Bookmarkers, book sign. I'm halfway done your book. Almost pretty much done it now. You guys have been so kind to me, sending gifts and trinkets, part of my booking agency. You know I love you both. If we're good to go, you're good to go. I'll tag you both in YouTube on it. Angie, I'm legit. You're going to have your own podcast. You had some good questions tonight.
Oh, thank you.
I'll get you back on a co-host if you don't mind. And SAMAIA, always a pleasure. I'll get you back on guest. And once you feel better, we'll get you some shows in New England and shit. We'll talk more. You know that.
Angie,
Many
it's been a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for your great questions and your great insight. And I am looking forward to reading your books.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been wonderful to meet you too.
Thank you.
Angie's taking notes on you, for God's sake.
Yes,
Stop it.
I have them right here.
Listen,
I really did. I wrote them down.
You can always hit me up if you want to talk privately.
I was going to say, I may be reaching out to you.
I'm well open for that.
Yep.
Yes.
Awesome.
Angie's good people. She means very well, and she's fucking pretty dark. And don't let her good looks and her politeness fool you. She's very, very got a little dark side to her, so don't let that fool you. So anyway, thank you guys for thank you guys
Aren't
for
we
watching.
all though? We are your
Angel.
clients, so we
I
all
think we
have
are.
that edge. We've all got
It's
that
the ones
edge.
that hide it are the ones that scare me. The ones that pretend they don't. Those are the ones that scare me.
There you go. That's right.
Amen. All right. Very much blessings to you both. Thank you so much for coming on. We'll see you guys next week. I forget who my guest is. Just tune in. Love you guys.